Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? You know, when we think about VA disability, we often hear about that 100% rating. And while that is amazing and something we all hope for, it's important to know that you don't need to hit that magic number to get serious support. There are veterans out there, just like you, who are living with the effects of their service every single day. They're navigating life's challenges, taking care of their families, and doing it all with the weight of those unseen wounds. And you know what? They deserve every bit of support we can give them. So, in this video we're going to dive into the often confusing world of VA disability and uncover some of the lesser-known ways you can maximize your benefits even if you're not at 100%, because you served and that deserves to be recognized. Let's do this. Alright, first things first, we gotta talk about VA math. Now I know what you're thinking. Math, John, you promise good news. Don't worry, this isn't your high school algebra class. But it is important to understand how the VA calculates your rating, because it's not as simple as adding up your individual disabilities. See, the VA looks at you as a whole person. They want to understand how your service-connected conditions, all of them, impact your ability to live a normal life. So, if you have a 70% rating for, say, a back injury and then a 30% rating for hearing loss, it doesn't automatically equal 100%. Instead, the VA uses a system that takes into account how each disability interacts with the others. It's a little complex, but the main takeaway is this. A 70% rating combined with a 30% rating might actually result in an 80% overall rating. I know, it can be confusing. But here's the good news, even if you're not at 100%, there are ways to increase your rating and unlock more benefits. We're going to get into those strategies in just a bit. Now, let's talk about one of the most overlooked opportunities to increase your VA disability rating: secondary conditions. This is huge, folks. A secondary condition is any health issue that's caused or made worse by your primary service-connected condition. Think of it like dominoes. You have your primary condition, the first domino, and then it sets off a chain reaction leading to other health problems. For example, let's say you have PTSD from your time in service. That's your primary condition. Now, because of the PTSD, you might experience insomnia, anxiety, or even depression. These could be considered secondary conditions. And it's not just mental health either. Maybe you have a service-connected knee injury. That could lead to problems with your gait, which could then cause hip pain or even back problems. See how these things connect? The key here is to document everything. When you go to your doctor's appointments, make sure you mention any and all health issues, even if you don't think they're a big deal. Because you never know, that seemingly minor issue could be directly linked to your service, and that could mean a higher rating for you. Okay, get this, there's something called Special Monthly Compensation, or SMC, and it's like a secret bonus level of VA benefits. Seriously, so many veterans qualify for this but don't even know it exists. SMC is an additional payment on top of your regular VA disability compensation, and you don't have to be at 100% to qualify. So, what kind of situations are we talking about? Well, SMC is designed to help veterans who have specific and severe disabilities that significantly impact their daily lives. For example, you might qualify for SMC if you've lost a limb, if you need regular aid and attendance from another person, or if you're housebound due to your service-connected conditions. And the best part? SMC is tax-free. That's right, it's extra money in your pocket every month and you don't have to pay taxes on it. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Honestly, the biggest catch is simply not knowing about it. So many veterans are missing out on this valuable benefit because they don't realize they qualify. That's why it's so important to do your research, talk to a veteran service officer, and explore all of your options. Now this next one is a game changer. Did you know that you can actually receive VA disability compensation at the 100% rate even if your combined disability rating is lower? It's true. It's called total disability based on individual unemployability, or TDIU for short. Basically, TDIU recognizes that even if your disabilities don't add up to 100% on paper, they might still prevent you from maintaining a steady job. And if that's the case, the VA can grant you TDIU, which means you'll receive the same benefits as someone with a 100% rating. Now there are some specific requirements you need to meet to qualify for TDIU. First, you generally need to have at least one disability rated at 60% or higher, or a combined rating of 70%, with at least one condition rated at 40% or higher. But here's the really important part. You need to provide evidence that your service-connected conditions make it impossible for you to hold down a job. This could include things like chronic pain, frequent doctor's appointments, difficulty concentrating, or any other limitations that prevent you from working. Alright, let's talk about family, because when it comes to VA disability benefits, your loved ones matter too. Did you know that adding dependents to your claim can actually increase your monthly compensation? It's true. If you have a combined disability rating of 30% or higher, you can claim your spouse, your children, and even dependent parents. And each dependent you add means a little extra money in your pocket each month. It might not seem like much at first, but over time, those extra dollars can really add up. And the best part is, adding dependents to your claim is a relatively simple process. You just need to provide some basic information about your family members, like their social security numbers and dates of birth. You can usually do this online, over the phone, or even by mail. So, if you haven't already, make sure you're claiming all of the dependents you're entitled to. It's a small step that can make a big difference for you and your family. Here's the thing about VA benefits. They're not just limited to what the federal government offers. Oh no, my friend, there's a whole other world of support waiting for you at the state level. That's right, many states have their own programs and benefits specifically for veterans, and you might be eligible for some amazing things even if you don't have a 100% VA disability rating. We're talking about things like free college tuition, property tax exemptions, discounted hunting and fishing licenses, even reduced vehicle registration fees, and that's just scratching the surface. Each state has its own unique set of benefits, so it's important to do your research and see what's available in your area. Now I know what you're thinking. John, this is a lot to keep track of. How am I supposed to know what I'm eligible for? Well, that's where your friendly neighborhood veteran service officer comes in. These folks are like walking encyclopedias of VA benefits, and they can help you navigate the often confusing world of state and federal programs. Alright everyone, let's recap how to boost your VA disability pay without needing that 100% rating. First up, file for those secondary conditions. Remember, they can make a world of difference. Next, look into special monthly compensation. You might be eligible for extra support and not even know it. If you're struggling to work due to your service-connected conditions, TDIU could be the answer. And don't forget to add your dependents to your claim. Every little bit helps. Finally, explore those state-level benefits. You've earned it. Don't settle for less than what you deserve. Drop a comment below if you have any questions, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the links below for helpful resources. And hey, stay tuned for our next video on how to prepare for your C&P exam like a pro. Keep fighting the good fight, everyone.